I'm at Llangatach Escarpment, and as you can see, Toby is back with me. This is his first all-night camp since way back last year. It's great to have him out with me and great to have him back on the channel. It's been a beautiful day and it should be a beautiful evening. I'm looking forward to having a nice chilled out camp and spending some time with the boy. Toby can smell his bag of goodies. He's going to be living like a king tonight. He's got it all in here. He's got a nice bit of steak. He's got a large pork bone. Some of the treats in there. He's got a nice bag of pork sausages from the butchers. I have checked, there's no onions or garlic or spices in there. Just pork, so they'll be good for him. And in there, he's got some chews and other treats. He hasn't had a sausage for a long time. Boy. Go on in, buddy. Tuck in. The views from here are something else. I've always loved Llangatach Escarpment. It's a special place, and this is the same spot I camped the last time I was here with Toby. He's over there chilling out by the tent. So for those of you that don't know where Llangatach Escarpment is, it's in eastern Bannabychainiog, Brecon Beacons National Park. It's an old limestone quarry, 18th, 19th century, and the escarpment itself is 2 miles long. And those mountains over there, those are the Black Mountains. And I do a bit of cooking tonight. I haven't cooked on a camp for a long time, and I'm going to be making a kebab, a veggie kebab. The dog gets steak and I get tofu. One more food, you boy. I think Toby's hungry again. Once I finish cooking, I'll give him his big pork bone. So what I've done, I've thinly sliced some tofu and I've marinated it. What was it again? Paprika, cumin, thyme, oregano, garlic powder, onion powder, and a bit of salt and pepper on there. I've also made my own dips. I've made a garlic dip and a spicy dip as well. But if you want to make a kebab when you're out camping, people are always asking me for my recipes, so I'm going to put the recipe up in the video description for this. And if you're a meat eater, you know, you're obviously not going to want tofu. You just use the meat of your choice. Just imagine that's a nice bit of lamb or chicken or whatever. Right, I'm going to fry this now in some coconut oil. I only need to cook this for a few minutes. It goes nice and crispy in the coconut oil. If you're wondering what tofu is, it's not some new veggie fad like all these joking meats, and I stay away from all that crap. It's just ultra processed rubbish. It's not even food. Tofu's been around for 2,000 years. It originated in China, and it's a compressed soy. It's packed full of protein, and it's actually quite good for you. I'm going to transfer this into some foil and store it in my thermal pocket while I heat the breads up. Get some of my garlic dip on there. This was made with yoghurt, mayo, honey, vinegar. What else was there? A bit of garlic powder, I think, and salt and pepper. Get some of my spicy dip in there. This was yoghurt, chili sauce, ketchup, and cumin. There we go. That's not too bad for a camping meal, is it? I may have to turn the camera off to eat this. I think it's going to be a little messy. Come on in, up. Come on, buddy. Good boy. Temperature's starting to drop, so I'm going to wrap Toby up nice and warm. So for those of you who are new to the channel, Toby's Border Collie, Cross Dalmatian, 13 years old. You're not going anywhere yet, buddy. Got to put your coat on. And last year, he had a bit of a freak accident. He was out on his morning walk with Marianne, and he was digging, and he collapsed to the floor, and he couldn't move. And we took him to the vets, and we found out he was totally paralysed. A disc had exploded in his spine and his neck there, and yeah, he couldn't even wag his tail. So he had a bit of a rough year last year, and after months of hard work, we got him walking again. But he's a fit dog. Before it happened, for his age, he was still vaulting fences, doing big hikes with me. He'd go everywhere with me on all my camps. And I think it's the fact that he was so fit that helped him get through it. But he's doing really well now. He'll never be the same physically as he was, but he's up and about and he's enjoying life. Aren't you, boy? Good boy. Ah, so good to have him back out. Come on then, let's go. Let's go. This way. This way. Yeah. What is it? What is it, boy? Right, while I remember, I've had a few people ask me what pillow I use. They said they're not getting along with the inflatable pillows, which I don't either. So all I use, a pillowcase. And I got this one off BRS, but I wouldn't go buying one from there because it's actually quite expensive. You're better off going on Amazon and getting one the same dimensions as this. It's just a small pillowcase, so I'll put this up in the video description so you can have a look at it and maybe get the dimensions off there, and then go look for one on Amazon. And all you do at the end of the night, the warm clothing you're not wearing to bed, I usually put my down jacket in there, just stuff that in there. And you've got a nice comfy pillow for the night. I've got a lovely bit of cake. That's coconut, raspberry and almond, and I've got a little slice of Rocky Road. That piece was a lot bigger. The cake is for me. I bought that for Marianne and I pinched a bit to try. I'm looking forward. I love coconut cake, and this looks really good. Toby's licking his lips. That tastes amazing. I picked this up from Willow's Tea House in Comdare today, and I'm going to give them a shout out. They haven't been going long, and they do a cracking, banging cup of coffee, and they're making some great cakes. Jeff runs there, I've known him since school, and his wife Michelle is a mastermind behind the cakes. The cakes are amazing. So if ever you're visiting Dare Valley Country Park, pop into Willow's Tea House. You won't be disappointed. And it's been a long time since I've had a drink on a channel. I've had a few people ask me what's happened to the whiskey reviews and the beer reviews. At the start of the year, I did say on a channel I'll be knocking a drink on the head for a bit. I did pretty well, to be honest. The first 2 months of the year, I didn't have a drink at all. I think it was, yeah, I was on a hike up in North Wales, wasn't it? I had a pint at the end of the day. I've had 1 or 2 drinks here and there, but nothing much at all. And I had my first drop of whiskey 2 weeks ago. Me and Marianne had a little night in the house, and so I went 4 months, yeah, nearly almost 4 months without a whiskey. I'm still not drinking much at all, so I've only brought this with me tonight. I can't drink much now with Toby. And this is 4%, and it was given to me by one of my neighbours, Avron. Came in a beautiful box of 3 different beers, and they are brewed in Llangos, Banabrycheiniog. Let's have a look. Left Bank Brewery, T Newydd Farm, Llangos in Brecon. And this one is Tea Koch, and it's a red ale. And I'm looking forward to it because I haven't had a drink in such a long time. Well, out on a camp anyway. This should go down nice. So Avron, thank you very much, buddy. I really appreciate it. I just get it open. I've got a lot of drinks building up in the house, what people gave me last year. Oh, excuse me. And yeah, because I haven't been drinking, they've just been building up. Let me turn our light back on. Right, let's give this a little try. That's nice. I quite like that. It's quite malty. I was wondering if I'd like it because I usually go for the high percentage drinks. No, it's a good drink. It's quite malty, tangy. I wonder if I'm picking up on a bit of orange in there. Oh, I'm liking it. It's nice and refreshing. Avron, good shout. Cheers, buddy. Let's give this Rocky Road a try. Look at that. Look at those little pieces of marshmallow. And I think that's, is that raspberry on top? Oh my God, that's amazing. Toby's ready for bed. He wants to chill out on his sleeping bag. Don't you, boy? This is so nice to sit and relax and enjoy this. If you watch a channel, you probably know that a lot of the camps I've done lately have involved some big walking and a lot of mountains. So it's nice to have a chill out one, and it's brilliant to have Toby with me. I've really missed having him out on the camps and the hikes, especially the hikes. Such good company to have a dog by his side. And while I'm here with my beer, there's another kind gentleman I'd like to say thank you to and give a shout out. So I went over Brecon with Marianne the other day for a coffee. When we were in the coffee shop, I was chatting to someone that watches a channel. And we went to sit down, and 5 minutes later, this guy, he came from nowhere, gave me a big bottle of whiskey, a nice bottle of whiskey. I couldn't believe it. It was really took me by surprise. But he'd run across to the shop, bought me a bottle of whiskey, came in, and he said, it's a thank you. He enjoys the channel, and it's a thank you for the videos. Such a kind thing to do. Just unbelievable, to be honest. So obviously I'm not on the whiskey at the moment. I would be pouring a tipple and saying thank you, but it's gone up on my top shelf of my collection for now. So Digger, thank you very much for that, mate. Lovely to meet you, and such a kind thing to do. Cheers, buddy. He's nice and snug on his sleeping bag. He's really missed being out on the camps with me. It was great to see him running around, loving life earlier. Good morning. What a beautiful day. It's a little chilly. I think it's around about, what's the time? Yeah, just gone 6:30. So I didn't sleep very well. I only managed to grab 4 hours. I stayed up. I sat out here until midnight. I switched the camera off to spend some time with Toby. Sat outside, enjoyed the night sky. It was a beautiful sky last night. And I think I went to bed not long after 12. I was dropping off lovely, but Toby was restless, and he had me up about 1:30 in the morning. So I walked him around. He had a drink, went to the toilet, and he settled down for the night then, and we both dropped off nice. So gonna do the most important thing of the day now, get a nice coffee on the go. I've got white strawberries for breakfast. There's not that much flavour in them, to be honest. They're a little sweet and not as tasty as red strawberries. What a beautiful morning, what a beautiful sunrise, and a beautiful place to wake up. We have been outside this morning. Toby's had to run around. Like I said earlier, it's cold outside, so I decided to get him back in the tent, wait for the sun to warm everything up. He's okay, he's chilling out behind me. I'm gonna let him outside now so we can have a run around. There's a field over there. It's covered in clouds, bit of a temperature inversion going on, just at one field. I've heard a lot of birds this morning. I've heard the ravens, peregrine falcon. I made a racket earlier. If I hadn't woken up naturally, just before the sun came up, that peregrine falcon would have woken me up, made a right racket. And I've also heard a cuckoo, first one of the year. Go on in, boy, don't go out. I received a lovely gift a few weeks ago, so very thoughtful and clever gift. So this is from Jensen. He's 14 years old and he's made this himself with a 3D printer, which I think is amazing, very clever. So he's made me this coffee container. That there, as tough as nails, it feels indestructible, and it's very lightweight, which is great for camping. So he's made me this coffee container. It's totally waterproof, and he must be observant. He said I've made you a large one because you like a lot of coffee in the mornings, which is very true. But it's got a grip around the handle there, and it's also got little coffee beans imprinted in the top of the lid. And there's enough room in there. I can fit enough coffee in there to last me a few days, which is great. Brilliant idea. Also, he's made me some other bits and bobs which are handy for camping. Little salt and pepper shaker, brilliant. And these little waterproof containers then. Again, these are tough as nails and lightweight as well. And this one, so you can, that's handy for keeping things like matches and stuff in there. I've got my sewing kit in there, my housewife. Also, he's made me, this is brilliant, little waterproof container, and in there you can keep your little mini Bic lighter. Jensen, brilliant thinking, mate, and thank you so much for taking the time to make this for me. So very kind of you, and I really appreciate it. And Scott, thank you very much for getting up to me. Jensen, cheers, buddy. It's warming up nice now. I've had to buy a new pair of boots, Gore-Tex boots for the summer. My other Gore-Tex boots, my Scarpas, I'll never buy Scarpa again. I didn't get on with them from day one. I haven't done that many miles in them, and they've fallen apart. So the boots you've seen me wearing for the winter for the past 6 months are my Meindl leather boots. The best pair of boots I've ever owned. I've never had wet feet in them. Meindl is a family German-run business that's been going for 300 odd years, and the quality of their boots is amazing. So I've decided to go for the Gore-Tex boots. That's it there. And so far, I haven't had them long. I'm liking them. They're comfy on my feet. They're a good fit. They appear to be good quality, but time will tell. And my choice of insoles, I swear by these. These are Super Feet greens. So I bought a pair of these years ago to walk Land's End to John O'Groats, 1,500 miles. And when I finished the walk, it's still in excellent condition. And it's still in another pair of boots now 10 years later, and I've been wearing them for the past 10 years. So they're 30 quid to buy. Now it may sound expensive, but if you're going to last you that long, they're worth giving a try. Everyone's feet are different. It may not work for you, but for me, I think they're great. Toby's loving life, and he's hungry as well. So I'm going to give him some of his treats. I've picked these up from Creature Comforts in Aberdeen Market. If you're local to the area, that's where you want to go for your dog treats. These are made with natural ingredients. Some of these are black pudding, other ones are beef. I'm not sure which this one is. But either way, I'm sure he'll enjoy it. He loves these. And he's got a nice big roast pork bone to chew on. All yours, boy. Enjoy. I dehydrated some fruit the other night and I've brought some to try. It wasn't totally dehydrated when I left the house. I left it running, but it's still okay to eat. It's nearly there. I've had a lot of people ask me how I dehydrate meals. I've got a Homcom 11 tier food dehydrator. I'll put a link in the video description for it. It's quite easy to do. So these are dehydrated apples. All I've done, I've sliced them 1/4 of an inch thick, and I've drizzled lemon juice over them. That stops them turning brown. It also should give them a little bit of a tang, a little tangy flavour. That's nice. That's quite sweet. What else have I done? So this process, it could take 12 plus hours. I think it'd been going for 13 hours when I left the house. I've done some kiwis there. That's really good. Again, I've sliced those 1/4 of an inch thick. You can see how much they've shriveled up. I did read that dehydrating fruit, my first time dehydrating fruit, makes it sweeter. And so far, those are very sweet. I've also dehydrated some oranges. Again, 1/4 of an inch thick. Everything I've sliced up is 1/4 of an inch thick. And when I laid them out on the tray, make sure there's a gap between them so the air can circulate in there. And I put the dehydrator on 60 degrees Celsius. So I should have a big bag of this ready in the house when I get home, and I'm planning on putting it into a little packs of porridge when I go on a hike. What else have we got? Banana. So with the banana, I've drizzled that in lemon as well to stop it turning brown. It's delicious. They all taste good. I've done a bit of strawberry. Strawberry shriveled up to nothing. That's still, certain things take longer than others. That's not very dry at all. I've done a bit of honeydew melon. That's shriveled up to nothing. Those were massive chunks. That's something else that hasn't dehydrated yet. I also put some blueberries in there. Blanched them first in hot water for 30 seconds and straight in the cold water so it splits the skins. When I left, they'd been in about 13 hours and they were barely done. It is really good. I think the apple's my favourite. It's really tasty. There's a lot of flavour in that. And so I'm no expert on dehydrating food. I haven't been doing it that long. I've been doing it a couple of years and I haven't done that many meals in that time, to be honest. But I have read you can store these for years as long as you store them correctly. I'm going to vacuum seal them and pop a couple of those, what do they call those little silica gel bags? I may be wrong, but you know what I mean. They absorb any moisture. Pop some of those in there and they should keep for a long time. I've been sitting here listening to the birds. I mentioned a few earlier. So I've heard ravens, a buzzard, a peregrine falcon. I can hear a woodpecker out there in the distance. What else? Cuckoo, I think I mentioned that one earlier, didn't I? First one of the year. I can hear a wood pigeon right now. I could stay here all day listening to this. What an awesome night it's been. I've really enjoyed it. It's been nice to just kick back and relax, and I think Toby's enjoyed as well. I know I've already said it, but it's brilliant to have him back out with me. It's been way too long and I've really missed him on the camps, and you guys have missed him as well. People are forever saying that they miss him on the channel. People are always asking how he is, and thank you very much for checking in on him. But hopefully next few months now the weather's going to improve and you'll see a lot more of him, some more chilled out camps like this. So this weather, it's looking good for the next at least a week or so, and it's a Friday today, and Sunday I'm heading straight back out to a Toby's, either Sunday or Monday, and we're going to be heading down towards Somerset. I've got somewhere booked for us. It's something a little different and I'm really looking forward to it, and it'll be good for him. It'll be another little adventure for him. So thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, could you please do us a favor, give it a thumbs up and maybe leave a comment. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to walk in that direction along the quarry to get back to the car. I've showed it on the channel before, where the quarry has been reclaimed by nature. It's an alien looking landscape over there. It's quite something else. So when I get there, I'm going to take a drone up, I'll do some filming and I'll put that footage in at the end of the video for you to enjoy. Cheers all, catch you soon.
Well, I saddled up my shoes, headed out at dawn. Yeah, I saddled up my shoes, headed out at dawn. Ain't no place gonna hold me when the road keep rolling on. Left my baby crying, said you can't live that way. Left my baby crying, said you can't live that way. I told her love ain't chained down, it just comes and drifts away. Yeah.